What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about or discuss, has Toyota reliability, has it gone down? And I'll read the comments from time to time, and I see people commenting that Toyota's reliability has gone down. They're not buying another Toyota again, or they're never selling their used Toyota or their old Toyota. They're not buying none of these new ones that's out today because they fear that they're gonna waste their money and find themselves in a situation where they purchased a car that they do not like at all. Well, today I'm going to help you guys clarify some of these misunderstandings that you might see on the forums, or you might see on, on Reddit or whatever, or on YouTube. I know the Tundra has not had the best start, right? It's not helping at all with this with this question, the Toyota's reliability. And I know you probably have heard that the 2024 Tundras has been added to the engine recall from machining debris being left inside, causing the main bearings to spin, and then ultimately causing an engine knock. But that's not what I came to talk about. I really wanted to have you guys focus on, when you talk about Toyota's reliability, are you talking about the V35A twin turbo engine and the Tundras and Sequoias and some of the Lexus LX models? Or are you talking about Toyota overall as a brand? Because I gotta tell you, if you're in the market for a new car, reading some of these forums and some of these Google, YouTube video reviews may mislead you, because you might think the brand as itself, it has gone down and the reliability aspect of it is just declining and it's non-existent altogether. But I gotta tell you, you're making a big mistake. If you're looking for a reliable car, Toyota still has a lot of lineup of models out there that you guys will actually benefit from if you purchase it. No headaches, no problem. That's what I really wanted to make this video. Again, the Toyota Tundra is not helping, okay? We get it. They are machining debris, as Toyota said. And that's another thing too, guys. When we do these engines in the shop, we don't dissect them. We take the engine out, put the new engine in, and then we ship the old engine back. So we don't dissect them and tear them down all apart and examine the main bearings. So I can't tell you if they're lying or being honest or not. I'm just gonna take their word for it. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm no engineer. I'm not the one that's engineering these things. I just work on them. If a problem exists, I try to eliminate that problem. That's what us technicians do. We don't dissect anything in the dealer. But anyway, back to the topic. We're gonna exclude the Tundra, right? But outside of the Tundra and the Sequoia V35A engine, there's a wide range of models available out there that, if you guys buy them, you're not gonna make a mistake. You're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna have buyer's remorse. And I don't want you guys to be misled by YouTube videos, forums, and Reddit, people commenting that, just because they hate Toyota. So I'm going to give you a fair review and assessment of what's really going on. So in my opinion, outside of the Tundra, you still have models out there like the Prius, the RAV4s, the RAV4 hybrids, the Camrys, the Corolla hybrids, the Siennas. All these are great pickup, guys. And if you buy any of these models, the Crown Signia, you're not gonna go wrong. So the idea that, has Toyota reliability gone down, I think if you're gonna classify and categorize it into, has the Tundra or Sequoia reliability's gone down, okay, then I'll listen. But overall, as a brand, listen, guys, some of these cars, like the 25 Camrys and up, the Toyota hybrid system, drivetrain, and gas engine, dude, those things are bulletproof. Outside of I'll give you an example. From the 2016 and up Toyota Prius, I haven't replaced a hybrid battery in one of those yet. I'm talking about from 16 and up, and we're in 2026 right now, right? So in Toyota's hybrid drivetrain, it is bulletproof. I have not replaced a hybrid battery. I've never replaced a hybrid transmission, right? I've never done that. So to say all together, that Toyota's reliability has gone down, I just don't think that's true. I think we need to classify it for what it is. If we're gonna say reliability, are you talking about a specific model, or are you just saying overall as a brand? And I'm not trying to stick up for Toyota here. I'm not a Toyota fanboy. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't want you guys to be misled that thinking all Toyota today, that all the new models being released is just all junk. That's just not true. And I'm not trying to advocate for any other manufacturer either. I'm not sure what's going on in Nissan or BMW. I'm just strictly talking about Toyota and Lexus. The 4Runner, I got to be honest. Back then, the 4Runner used to be the best Toyota car you can pick up, right? It had no issues. I never replaced the engine. I never replaced the transmission. I've never seen it in the shop for any major repairs, right? The 4Runner was bulletproof, but this new generation 4Runner, I got to wait and see for a little bit, with the T24A turbo engine, the 4-cylinder turbo. I got to wait a while before I really give my opinion on it. But even then, it's not as bad as what's going on with the Toyota Tundra. So the 4Runner, it used to be number one, but right now with the new model and the redesign, I'm going to wait a few years. But the Toyota Prius, bulletproof. The Toyota Camry, bulletproof. Corolla Hybrid, one of the best cars you can buy. The Crown Signia. So those are all great lineups you can buy and have no regret, no buyer's remorse, right? And I think a lot of people online are being misled because of what's going on with the Tundra. And I hope they get it right, guys, because honestly, we are tired of doing them in the shop. Because nobody wants to come to a shop and have all these engines to do. Yeah, I don't know how you guys are doing it as y'all dealers, or if you're a technician watching these videos, how do you guys handle all the engine recalls? Do you have a specific guy doing them, or do you have everybody taking turn in the shop? At my dealer, we have a guy that loves to do them. He does them pretty fast. I mean, sometimes he will knock out 2 in a day. And then we have other guys that's been stepping up to volunteer to do them, trying to get their feet wet and get, the experience. But please, I'm telling you guys, you don't have to buy Toyota. You don't have to buy a Lexus, right? You could buy whatever brand you want. But I just want you to be informed that just because you see what you see happening with the Tundra and the twin turbo V6, don't think that's what's happening with all the lineups of the models Toyota has out there. That's not the case. You could very well buy a brand new Toyota today and have 0 issues. And when I say 0 issues, I'm not talking about front brake squeals. There's a few TSBs out there that updating the ECM, and like I said, the 4Runner and the Land Cruiser, they have like the front brake squeal. When you're going in reverse, you might hear a squeal. And then they have the updated pads and the rotors to help fix all of that. So if you're watching this video, have your Tundra or 4Runner or Land Cruiser, have you brought your vehicle in for the TSB brake squeal where you get new rotors and new shims? But like I said, I don't consider that a big deal. Those are all things that, that comes with buying a new redesigned model. That's normal. A lot of people think today, just because you have all these TSBs being released, that it's Toyota's reliability going down. But I'll be honest with you, at the dealer, ever since I started working at the dealership, even way back, the biggest thing that keeps us busy outside of warranty work is recalls and TSBs. And I think a lot of people are hearing it more because of social media. Back then, there wasn't that much social media. It wasn't that big on YouTube for people to make car content, or at least talk about TSBs and recalls. But I think that's one of the biggest contributing factors today, is that people have easy access to information. Google, Reddit, forums, and YouTube, videos about cars and manufacturers' problems that's being released daily, right? I'm even one of those guys that make the videos. But recalls and TSBs have always been part of the business, right? Ask any dealership technician. That's where we get most of our service from. Car coming in for TSBs and updates and recalls. So that's nothing new for us. So when I say a car is actually well designed, I don't mean the little things that they're trying to fix, after it's been released. But the V35, twin turbo V6, yeah, that's a big one. I think that's the biggest one Toyota has had in a while, where customers have the right to be upset. If you spend that kind of money on a truck, that's the last thing you want, is for it to be going in the shop back and forth for engine swaps, and you're not even sure if the new engine that they put in is going to fix it. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not the engineer behind the scenes at Toyota that's trying to help fix or resolve the issue. And I plan to do another video, guys, on the best and top Toyota models you can buy out there right now from tier 5, where it's like, okay, probably the Tundra is gonna fall in there, to tier 1, the best of the best you can buy. And I'll try to make a video for you guys so you can see from my perspective on what's really out there and what's really worth buying. Other than that, guys, again, don't make the mistake. Not all Toyota models are bad. So if you're gonna leave the brand altogether because you like Nissan or whatever, that's fine. You have every right to choose whatever brand you want. But let it be an informed decision that you are making, not because you read something online that Toyota is making bad cars today. That's not true. There are plenty of good models out there you can pick from. It doesn't have to be the Tundra. It doesn't have to be a Sequoia if you're a little bit worried about the engine, or if you want to give it some time before you purchase it. And if you're watching the videos and if you own the Tundra or the 4Runner or any of the models that I mentioned, the Prius, the Corolla Cross, the Crown Signia, how are you enjoying it? Have you have any issues, or any big concerns, or any questions you may have? Drop it down in the comments. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching the videos and supporting the channel. We're almost at 13,000 subs. Never thought I would be here today, guys. I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel, guys. And it's all because of you that it's encouraging me to do this. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Until next time, as always, thanks for watching.